This is the Golden Buggy, back with another delivery. The current chapter of One Piece at the time of this recording is chapter 1007, and it's titled Tanuki-san, which I think is very appropriate for today's unboxing because today we're looking at Chopper, or as many of the people in One Piece, in the One Piece world, refer to him as Tanuki, or a dog. Is that correct? Raccoon. Yeah. Raccoon dog. So this is from Banpresto's Grandline Man DXF line, and there are two versions of this. One is the version that's released together with Brooke, and the other one is the version released together with Frankie. Now I'm not sure what the difference is. Maybe there's a minor color difference, or it's just a promotional thing. But this one is the one released with Brooke, which I think is the older one. So here we see him with Brooke as the B for this prize set. Here we see Chopper. Here we have a clearer picture of his personal Jolly Roger with the Sakura or cherry blossom petals. Up top, nothing new. Toei sticker. Okay, go ahead and see what's inside. Some spoilers for the manga chapter might slip up, so I'll put a disclaimer on the screen if that does happen. But yeah, comes in 3 pieces. So we have the head, the whole body with the small sword, and the big base. DXF. Spoiler warning, in this chapter, Chopper, or Tanuki-san, slapped a certain someone, which is really satisfying. Not in a sexual way, mind you. I do wish we get more development, character development and battle development from Chopper in this chapter, or hopefully the next one. So here is the big head. One thing I wish that this figure had is the... Go this way? Might be wrong. Yeah, it goes this way. Is the shuriken that the other Wano Chopper or Choppe Man had, like the POP ones, but that's super expensive, and as well as the Figuarts one. I wish this also had it. Just like the other DXF figures, you get a small figure with a very big disproportionate base, but the pegs are on the base, so you can definitely have it without. It kind of does if you get probably a good figure, because the foot on my Chopper is kind of angled. So yeah, it does stand up without the base, but similar to the Brooke or the Frankie figure, so a little unstable because of the weight up top. See, just a quick rundown of specs. Chopper from the base to the top of the head is about 3.5 inches, so that's pretty close to Funko Pop, which is around 4, as well as a pack of cards. And then here we have him together with Wano Zoro, who is kind of like Chopper's brother figure in One Piece. I really like their dynamic pre-time skip, so I wish we could get more of those. And then to the right hand side is the Glitters and Glamours Nami, and she's a little out of frame right now, but let's fix that. And there we go. I hope this gives you an idea how this Chopper figure will stack up versus your other DXF, Glitter and Glamour and whatnot. Compared to, say, Wano Zoro with his cape or coat and then the three swords, I think this Chopper is relatively easy to recreate as a figure, especially that his antlers are covered. So I really like the likeness of this character to the source, and we can even compare it to the Wano Chopper in Bounty Rush as a 3D model, and then I have here to the right the anime version. If anything, I think it's a little skinnier than those two, But then again, the anime isn't known to be the most consistent thing. So for likeness to the source or faithfulness to the source, I think I'll give this a 2.7 out of 3. Detail. I think this is where I'll spend a little more time. Let's start with the head. So I like that this cross is sculpted or pasted. I'll just say sculpted instead of just painted on there. And then yeah, this brim has textures on them. And then to the back, we see the creases and a little bit of shading. Then the side of the hat is, this part is not as malleable as you'd expect, so you shouldn't worry much about it. Then moving on to the rest of the costume, the shuriken here is just printed instead of sculpted. It would have been nice even if they just cut a little bit on there. And then not sure if you can see, but his clothing underneath this ninja outfit, if this was a knight, that would have been a chainmail, but I'm not sure what it is for the ninjas. It's kind of like the net. So that is sculpted, as well as the other details on his clothes here as well. And then by the foot, and then the hooves, there's a cut on there, which is nice. Almost forgot to mention that those things, those dots on his hooves are also sculpted and not just printed on. I know it's simple, but I really like this sword. It's not removable though, so don't try to force it. But yeah, I think it's pretty good. One thing I'd like to say about the detail is that there's a fair amount of rough cuts with this figure compared to, say, the other DXFs that I have. So if we look at the chin, I'm not sure if that's supposed to be fur, but yeah, that's rough. Then other parts of the body also are like this. I'll give you a close-up so you can decide for yourself. And then if you think they should really be part of, I know textures should be part of it, and that's nice, but there are obvious things that just look like defects. So even this base, look at it. It's so simple, but yeah, rough cuts. So I'll let you decide on that. But for now, for detail, I think I'll give this a 2.3 out of 3. For base, again, it's a DXF figure, so this ridiculously big base is a given. Although the figure can stand on its own, maybe if you can lean it on some other figure. So for base, I'll give it a 0.7 over 1. For color, if we take a look at the box, see here, you'll see that the picture on the box is a little more bright, saturated than the figure itself. Although I think this looks more natural. However, I would have expected it to be a lot more similar to the box. So for color, I think I'll give this a 0.8 over 1. Here I have a Creator X Creator figure, which is around the same price as this figure, but the details on this, it's just massively different. So comparing the details that I'll get for a Creator in the material, I think this is really overpriced, the US price at least. I know Mega House has those mini figures that go for $100 and up, but that's a different story. So for this figure in particular, I think I'll give it a 0.6 over 1. I keep forgetting my own scoring, my own criteria, so I'll just retcon it here. So again, likeness to the source, I gave it a 2.7 over 3. Detail, 2.3 over 3. Base, 0.7. Color, 1.5 over 2 instead of the 0.7, I think, that I originally gave. And then price, 0.6 over 1 for a total of 7.8 out of 10. So I think so far that's one of the low scores that I gave for a figure. To some of you, this might be just right. To others, this might be too high, but hey, it's just my opinion. You're free to leave yours down below, especially with the detail. Let me know what you think about it. And then again, compared to other Wano Chopper figures, I wish this one had the shuriken as well. I would have gone for the Figure Art Zero, honestly, just because of the shuriken, but then that's a smaller scale for the same price. And the paint is a little bit more shiny. Those things don't sit well with me. So yeah, I don't hate this figure in particular. It's just that there are things that could be better. And that's about it for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I hope you have a great week, stay safe, and I'll catch you on the next delivery.